Sir, you will focus on the 3 elections you've won. I will focus on the 2 general elections you've lost. This can go on and on. I want to ask you a simple question. Today you're saying there will be an AICC session which will take place within 6 months where a new leadership will be elected. Now, we've heard this before, and there's a sense that in all these sessions it's all very orchestrated. It's not really elections, it's nomination. At the end of the day, it could be either Rahul Gandhi if he's agreeable, and if he's not ready, then you'll turn to Sonia. And if Sonia Gandhi says enough is enough, then maybe a Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. This is the perception. How are you going to go beyond that? Can we expect truly a free and fair election to that president's post, not a nomination culture?
I have no doubt in my mind that the election commissioners or the returning officers will invite nominations. And I would be quite happy if there is more than one nomination. Who will nominate himself or herself, or who will nominate another person, I cannot speculate. I will be very happy to have multiple nominations, and then there will be scrutiny and some will withdraw. And I'll be quite happy to have an election. But whoever is elected at the ICC will be accepted by everyone in the party. I can turn around and say, when Mr. Rajnath Singh stepped down, Mr. Amit Shah was elected in a contested election. And Mr. Amit Shah's term came to an end. Was Mr. J.P. Nadda elected in a contested election? I mean, we can argue this until the cows come home. The point is, there will be an AICC session, there will be elections, there will be nominations. Whoever is elected will be accepted by the Congress people.
You know, let me sum up what I said in a tweet yesterday, Mr. Chidambaram, half in jest. Sonia Gandhi tired but not retired. Rahul Gandhi out but still in and calling the shots. Priyanka Gandhi in but still out because she's not tested. Does that really capture, in a sense, the Congress as it stands today? How would you react to that?
I can say you are very clever, but not necessarily accurate. I compliment you for your cleverness.
No, Mr. Chidambaram, the truth is, even today, Sonia Gandhi seemed to suggest she doesn't want to continue. Rahul Gandhi is reluctant to return, has almost said, no, I will not return, not yet at least. To that extent, do you accept that there is a leadership vacuum at the moment in your party?
Who said? Did the Gandhi say that? Did the Gandhi say that? Did the Gandhi say that? Did anyone offer to contest an election? I think this kind of fixation on this one post and one family and one election is completely wrong. Look at the overall performance of the Congress. I always point out, some of my colleagues don't notice it. At the height of Mr. Modi's power, when he's dominating the whole of North India, at the height of his power, we won 3 elections in the Hindi-speaking area. We lost a government, that's a different matter, thanks to manipulation by the BJP. We won 3 elections in Hindi-speaking states. So why assume that we cannot? Completely wrong. It's completely wrong. We have to have an election. Even on August 10, 2019, the decision was that Mrs. Gandhi will be interim president until we call an AICC and hold election for a regular president. That decision has been reiterated today. The time between last August and this August was consumed almost entirely by the pandemic. You must allow for the pandemic factor. You don't allow for the pandemic factor as far as the Congress party is concerned.
Sir, Mr. Chidambaram, I'm allowing for the pandemic factor. What I am unable to allow is the manner in which it appears at the moment that the Congress is at one level fixated on Rahul Gandhi in particular, that because he is unwilling to take back his resignation of last year, the seat is being kept warm for him till such time as he is ready. Am I right or wrong?
That again, as I said, is an uncharitable conclusion. We have to hold an election. When an election is held, suppose Mr. Gandhi is nominated and he consents to be nominated. There will be an election if anyone contests. And I would welcome a contest. Did not Mr. Jitendra Prasada contest against
Sonia Gandhi.
Mrs. Gandhi? Did not Siddhartha Shankar Ray contest against Brahmananda Reddy? Did not the famous election in which Pattabi Sitaramaiah was elected was a contested election? Therefore, contests can take place. You are jumping the gun. Let an AICC session be held. Let nominations be invited, and we will know who wants to contest. I invite you to join the Congress party and contest.